name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens using ambient light rejection technology gain. Yeah, so we got some interesting things to show you today. We have the advanced version of the Blue. Some things are going to be changed around with names and stuff like that. So as I said before, with this technology, we developed on the Blue, under the Black Slate, under the, these are nicknames. As for the, sorry about that, the ambient light rejection 17s, that Black 17, these are just things that are going to be changed along the way. We start upgrading this product and, just seeing exactly what it can do and what it's capable of doing. I mean, basically out of the gate, the ultra brights, the AR Black 17s and the Black Slates were easily being able to do the 11 screen certified screen with no problem. This technology still has that same capability, but some things have been altered and changed with the Blue to give it a bit more advancement. Number one, it does have the 17 marking. Number two, it does now have front and rear technology capabilities. And I'm not going to show you the projector because we're going to start off on something. We're going to do something really interesting here. It's going to blow your mind when you see exactly on where we're going at with this technology and the projectors that will be used in the demonstration. Pretty much anybody's going to be able to relate to them. So I've talked about that many times before. When involving projectors, companies would use the most expensive, most advanced piece of hardware they can get their hands on. And that's kind of hard for some people to relate to when you're looking at a projector. It's going to cost you $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. You start thinking like, is my image going to look like that because I don't have that projector? We want to do things differently where we want to use low-grade projectors, give you a beautiful image, and that way you don't have to go, well, gee whiz, I can't afford that, when gee whiz, I can afford that, And then we want to keep the price reasonable where everybody can afford it. All right, so let me go get something real quick upstairs. We'll begin this. This is all for documentation. So we can, I'm documenting this because I have companies that are interested, have been emailing me about this technology we're working on. And they also want to see the results also too. For them, it saves them a lot of money because as I said before, instead of a company going out and spending thousands of dollars for projectors to be able to make the image look good for a showroom display, they can spend the bare minimum and still get an excellent picture and save a ton of money. All right, so I'll be back. Real quick. All right, I'm back. So with this technology, there will be instructions. This is going to be different from the 12s, way different from the 12s. There are instructions involved on applying the application. Also, too, as I said before, it has rear technology. So if you choose that you want to paint this on plexiglass, fiberglass, or anything transparent, you can do so. It's up to you. You can roll this on, or you can use a spray cannon. All right, so let me rewind my video back. Put it with some socks. And we'll start from here. Bring you guys up a little closer. And it's not going to be a long video. It's just going to basically just show you the advancements of the technology. And then later on, I'll show you the projector we're using. And this is the new advanced version of Blue. Let's try to move you guys a little closer to that. No, literally birds outside my house. All right, now let me see if I remember for the remote control for this at. I'm gonna brush through some few videos real fast. Okay. Bring you guys over here. That's a little better. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I'm just be going through random ones.
Ashley Home Store's New Year's sale is going on now. Click the link and get up to 25% off.
And just, oh, I forgot I can't show you the projector yet. I was about to show you the distance of where my projector is sitting, but I really can't show you that projector yet. As far as I gotta film, we've done, like, I feel like we've done these already. I've done so many of these. Trying to find something different. I'm always trying to find something different. I'm doing demonstrations. I think I'm going to be coding. Well, this screen right here is going to be converted to an advanced 17. This is definitely going to be converted to one. I haven't decided whether I'm going to spray it on or if I'm going to basically roll it on. Spraying on may be a challenge. I may have to take it outside. Good thing the way this stuff is designed. Like I said, there's instructions on how it has to be sprayed on. And the way we set it up, it is extremely easy to do. It's like, well, I'm not going to say too much about it because the reason we're not going to say too much about the instructions is just in case as a safety precaution, because like I said, we do have individuals who are always trying to mimic or do what we do. And if they can't figure out exactly how these screens have to be applied, they can't try to mimic the product from the beginning, from the door, because they don't know how the coating has to be put on. And there's a certain way it has to be done. So it's not like, no, completely different.
It's where that thing that can't wait can for just a second.
Also keeps other companies guessing, but they're trying to figure it out also too. As always, we do our demonstrations in fully lit environments. When I do demonstrations, they have to be done in fully lit environments because majority of my customers who use their screens are going to be doing with the lights on. Like I said, lights off demonstration, it's easy to do. So the less the projector has to fight with. Okay. Let's come out of here. I want to put in this over here. I want to see the contrast. So the whole structure of Blue had to be redone for 17. So that's why there'll be no more. Let's see, we have any 15s? No, all the 15s are going to be gone. We're actually going to be converting them all to 17s. 17s are front and rear. The ultra bright 15 will be a 17 now. That's actually the next one to get converted. I'll be on the side. I'd like to change my cameras up. About. Let's see it from different angles. Right here. I'm just going to see it from every different angle.
It's beginning to look a lot like you need a tropical vacation.
That stand. My stand's bent a little bit. I apologize for that one. go back and show you my distance and where we're at. This is where, right now, where I'm standing at, not showing the projector yet, where my projector sits. We're probably about a good, maybe, good 13 feet back. This is our blue technology, which means that screen is blue, and that code within inside that screen is allowing it to be able to read color, even though the surface is blue. And some people think, oh, but the blue has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. It's just an example to show you that we can actually have a screen read code, even though the surface is blue. Blue does nothing for the screen at all. And that's where people were making the mistake. They thought, oh, because the screen's blue, the blue is doing, no, it has nothing to do with the blue, nothing. Blue does nothing for the screen at all whatsoever. It's the code that's embedded in the blue that makes the screen. So when people were trying to go out there and trying to make a blue product and trying to say, hey, it's nothing to do with the blue, not a thing. That's why when you sit there watch me take a gray screen and it turns jet black in front of you and produces a star field when all the other screens can't do it, and then I'll take the gray screen and put it against the black screen. The black screen will blend into that screen on its white levels. Has nothing to do with the color of the surface. I told people you have to go farther than that. You have to go beyond the surface. Once you get beyond the surface, everything else is it's a cakewalk. Blue is just put up there to give you an idea of what the color coding could do by making the surface blue. But some people took it out of miscontent and said, oh, well, that's how he's making the screens are blue. No, you missed it. Right over top of your head, you completely missed it. A lot of people missed that one. A lot of people missed it. That wasn't the reason why that screen was made blue. It was made blue to show you that we can get a color to pull out of a blue screen. That was the purpose of it. And it got the name blue. And people thought it was blue because that was the technology with the blue screen. Yeah. We don't tell you everything. It's the whole purpose. Keep you in the dark. Well, actually, the people will basically that are trying to figure us out, keep them in the dark as long as possible. And by the time they come close to even come to a smidgen of trying to figure out one of them, they've already advanced to the next level. These will be followed by 21s. Those are new physical screens we're working on. Sun killer technology. That's what we're calling it now. Sun killer technology. You see how beautiful that image looks? Just to tell you, we're not at 1080p. We're not at 1920 by 1200. We're at 600 by 800 res, 720p SVGA. That's what we're using right now. There's my projector. That is a ViewSonic PJD 5155, 3300 lumens, 600 by 800 res, 720p. That's what we're using right now. A projector that would cost you $139 on eBay. I could have easily got one of the Christie's upstairs. That's easy. Or any of the Sonys are all full 1080p. They're 43 and some lumens. I can easily use one of them. But we'll break it down even farther today. We'll pull out the 1000 lumen Sony, and we'll pull it even farther to show you exactly how advanced the ambient light rejection technology on this stuff is. So anyone ever doubted a 600 by 800 SVGA projector, you won't now. So if it does this to this projector, imagine what 4K or 1080p will look like on that screen. This would save companies tons of money. They want to go and spend all this money for these overpriced, expensive projectors. Save my customers a ton of money too. So this will be launching very soon. Just getting a few things tidied up real quick. And then the rest of them will follow suit behind it, which we will have the slate, the black slate, which that name may be changed. And the 17 black, their names are definitely going to be changed to something else. As I said before, this application has two ways. Well, actually, like I said, there's going to be instructions that are going to come with it. It's not going to be complicated, but there are going to be instructions to come with on how to apply the screen. Like I said, if you're using this with front projection, like I said, there's instructions with that. If you're using the plexiglass, it's going to be instructions with that. So you have two options. Mind, you're getting like two screens in one. You're getting front and rear. Now we just have to get our hands on some plexiglass or some form of transparent surface so I can basically do that part of the demonstration, which would be nice. Plexiglass is very hard to get your hands on. So I have to probably get myself some kind of PVC tarp and build me a screen. Just can't seem to get my hands on plexiglass. We all know why. Now, I left information in the description box with email. If you go to the website, Blue is out of stock because it's actually being re-engineered to what you're seeing now. I told you the reason why we pulled it. Those of you who did the pre-orders for the gallons, which did sell out, you will automatically get that upgrade for free. Now, even though we have the 17s coming, we have no plans of discontinuing the 12s. They're not going anywhere. Just got that Go 12. That's not going anywhere. Let's go to something else. Okay, coming up.
It's been pretty quiet lately. You haven't had any emergencies for like at least a day.
Look at that. So for 600 by 800 res projector. Isn't that insane? So why all these big companies are going out there doing these demonstrations on these expensive projectors, I'm using stuff like this. I can't wait to go to one of these exhibits they have where they show off their screens, because I'm gonna bring me a 720p projector. That's what I'm bringing. 720p projector. So while they're all out there with their 4K projectors, I've got a 720p 600 by 800 res projector. It gives people options. You know, you get options now. Now you can figure out, like, okay, I don't really have to go out and spend all this money for a projector. We haven't done lights out yet. We still got lights on. For the environment. Now I got to convert my screen because I got a 126 inch of blue and I got a 106 upstairs, which now going to have to be converted because those are 15s and this is a 17, which I got to have the 17s up there. Whew, man, my screen on the window is freaking huge. So I'm going to have to do that probably. Yeah. I literally got to move all the furniture from one section to the room just to get that thing out of the window. Yeah, it got to be done anyway. It's going to be a demo screen anyway. I take mine out because my screen has a bar in the back of it. So I told you, like, the same thing. Okay, so the only time you don't have to pad a bar is just spraying the screen. If you're spraying it, you don't have to pad it. Which I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about just taking the whole thing outside, laying it up against the gate, plastic wrap the gate, plastic wrap everywhere where the screen, because I don't have any trees in that section. This would be the best time to do it because there's no leaves to fall on the tree. So I'm thinking, like, how am I going to go about doing this? I can fit it through the door. I just have to lay it up against the gate and I'll let the plastic wrap everything because I don't want any of the plants or stuff getting damaged and just get done. Sorry, that won't be recorded. That's a lot of freaking work to do a recording on. And that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. And I'm definitely not spraying it in the house. It's too big of a screen. All right, let's see what we else we got on here we can play around with while we're doing through all this. Let's see. Let's go do something else. Let me see. This is, wait, it's 4K Universe? Hold on for a minute. Let me see what kind of videos they got in their selection.
Therapy, what your skin craves.
That thing generates so much light that, yeah, you can put your projector in eco mode, you're not gonna have a problem. These screens generate a lot of freaking gain. All my projectors in my house are in eco mode. I want to leave them on because sometimes I have a habit of leaving them on at night and they burn all day. I get up in the morning, my projectors are still on. It doesn't make a difference. They're sitting in eco mode. So I better grab this Sony because I need to grab the 1000 lumen. This is the only I'll use. Let's say I may, for kicks and giggles, I may use the 1080p Chrissy, but I really just want to stick to this projector. The 1080p Chrissy would be overkill. It literally would be overkill on the screen. If it's producing this image on a 600 by 800 res, a 1080p Chrissy upstairs is 1920 by 1200. But then again, if you're probably curious, you want to see what it looks like. Oh, by the way, I posted that link where you can get those ultra short throw projectors. That fellow's sold out. You know, every time I post somebody's link on freaking eBay, their product sells out. I went there to check out a few projectors. They're gone. I think he got one left. He got one, I think it's 129 without the filter cover. But yeah, I advertised this page. Usually if I buy a projector from somebody and it's good, you know what I mean, I'll put the link up. I mean, why not? I mean, I'm not gonna be greedy and keep it for myself. I got enough of them. I own 4 of them. Wish I would have did the same thing when I got the link for the Christie 1080p projectors. Man, I was telling people get that projector, $230 for that projector. That's a 1080p Christie. Now you go on there, they want 4, 5, 6. One person's asking $1,000 for that projector. Only regret I had, I should have bought 2 of them. Should have bought 2 of them. I didn't think they were going to be that hard to get after that. And then the 505, I should have bought 2 of them. I bought 1 of them, and that cost me $560. And everybody else wanted $1,000 to $2,000 for that projector. And I got mine for $560 with the remote control. I think somebody does have one on there for $400. I'm not sure. I would check that if that was $400 or not. But the LX, let's see, it's the LX 400 and the LW 400. Those right there, the XGA and WXGA, you can get them. They're all over eBay. Those are the 720p's. I got 4 of those. I bought a couple of those. The 720p's are even good, especially on this. Oh, I can't wait for this stuff to launch. So those who want to know the specifications of the projector I'm using in the video, I'll put a detailed description of the projector specifications from Projector Central. Yep, 600 by 800 res, 720p SVGA. We want to do some gaming off this projector too. We'll run the PS4 through it and do some gaming in SVGA 600 by 800 res. Try to keep the demonstration short, but let's see. Now see with this stuff right here, if I could get my hands on it, I would do a 150 inch. Well, no, I couldn't do it here. I don't have the room for it. But I would do a 150-inch rear projection screen, put a projector behind the back of it, and just have it, especially around glass, because this stuff right here, the way this stuff is designed, you can coat this right on glass, it'll push an image right through it. But I would have it painted on the glass, and then I would put like an embezzle frame around it to make it look like it was actually not a part of the glass, and just have an image pushing right through it. People walk in and see all this light coming in around it, and they just see this beautiful crystal ocean just pushing through. I would just have the frame so it's made so light can push through it. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's kind of stuff that goes through my head like all day, like weird, crazy stuff like that. Now this right here, I don't consider it to be impressive, and I'll tell you why. Because the projector is 3,300 lumens. Now if I did this at 1,000 lumens at so many feet back and it did that same thing, then I would be impressed, which we'll have to do that later on today. Because we have to swap this out for a 1,000 lumen projector today. I've done that one before. I think we all have done that one before. Anybody seen the food? Covering everything from 720p. I'll show you how far my projector is sitting back from the screen. That's where my projector is sitting. Okay. There should be everything covered. I have to come back in later on today because right now I have to do orders. I've got orders to take care of today. It's going to be a bit of a busy day today. So get that done and taken care of for you guys. And then we have to get ready to start getting this stuff ready for the new year. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm going to show you the projector again so you can see it for yourself. So this is the projector we're using in the demonstration. We're using our ViewSonic PJD 5155. This is a 720p projector SVGA 600 by 800 res, 800 by 600 res. These projectors, like I said, we're going to do these demonstrations trying to keep the mark on the projectors we're using for these demonstrations like under like $300, but I want to keep it lower than that and try to keep it under $200. But anyway, the next one we're going to swap out for later on today because I got some business to take care of, a few phone calls to make to get some things done, get our orders out the door. We're going to go with the 1000 lumens Sony next on that one. All right, so the technology will be launching probably somewhere in January instead of February, so we can get everybody taken care of. We are not going to do pre-orders. You can just go in and just buy. All right, so it's not going to be so a certain amount of this. No, you can just go in and buy. So we just want to make it easier for everybody to be able to get their hands on it. With that being said, thank you all for your time. If you have any questions, my email is posted there. You can email me with any comment, questions, and stuff like that. We will be adding a specification sheet. So you can see it's pretty much compatible with just about everything, even knockoff projectors. I mean, this is stuff I tell you that I don't approve of knockoff projectors and don't like them, but it does work with them. So, you know, it kind of works with everything. But thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.